Johnny Depp's lawyers say social media played no role in Amber Heard defamation case. Following the explosive Johnny Depp-Amber Heard trial, which saw Depp win his defamation case against Heard, his lawyers are taking their defense on the road. In a pair of Wednesday morning show appearances, Depp attorneys Ben Chu and Camille Vasquez spoke about the verdict, which awarded compensatory damages to both parties, although Heard received significantly less in her case. "My sense is it had a lot to do with accountability," Chu told Today's Savannah Guthrie of the jury's verdict. "Johnny owned and was candid about his alcohol and drug issues. He was candid about some unfortunate texts that he wrote, and I think it was a sharp contrast to Amber Heard, who didn't seem, or at least the jury may have perceived, that she didn't take accountability for anything." The 6-week trial ended last week after about 12 hours of deliberation over 3 days. A jury awarded Depp $10 million in compensatory damages and $5 million in punitive damages over Heard's 2018 Washington Post op-ed in which she identified herself as a domestic abuse survivor, but did not name Depp as due to Virginia state law capping punitive payments at $350,000. Depp's total damages amount to $10.35 million. Heard has been awarded $2 million in compensatory damages in her countersuit against Depp. Chu and Vasquez, who has now been promoted to partner at her law firm, were pressed by both Guthrie and Good Morning America's George Stephanopoulos about whether a social media campaign against Heard impacted the cases. Jurors were not sequestered, according to Deadline, but they were advised not to read or research the case, even to turn off their cell phone notifications to prevent them from accidentally seeing a news alert. Social media played no role whatsoever, Chu said on GMA. This was a decision made by the jury on the evidence presented by both sides, and as Camille said, earlier in the interview, it was overwhelmingly in Ms. Depp's favor. Vasquez admitted to Today that coverage of the trial is everywhere. But at the same time, jury members were admonished every single night. And they had a tremendous amount of respect for the court and the process, and they were doing the best that they could. In the week following the verdict, Depp joined TikTok, earning more than 8 million followers and thanking his most treasured, loyal and unwavering supporters. In response to this development, a spokesperson for Heard released a statement that read, "As Johnny Depp says he's moving forward, women's rights are moving backward." The verdict's message to victims of domestic violence is, be afraid to stand up and speak out. Stephanopoulos asked what impact the verdict might have on the #MeToo movement and the ability for domestic violence victims to seek justice in the future. "I think our response to that is we encourage any victim to come forward," Vasquez said. "Domestic violence doesn't have a gender." She added that she and Chu do not think the verdict will have a negative impact on the #MeToo movement. "We believe that the verdict speaks for itself, the facts are what they were, the jury made a unanimous decision based on those facts." Prior to Chu and Vasquez's morning show rounds, a spokesperson for Heard criticized the appearances. "It is as unseemly as it is unprofessional that Johnny Depp's legal team has chosen to do a victory lap for setting back decades of how women can be treated in the courtroom," the spokesperson said in a statement. "What's next? A movie deal and merchandising?" Heard's attorney Elaine Breedhoft confirmed in a previous Today appearance that her client plans to appeal the verdict. Depp's team said on the same show that they're ready for another round. Said Chu, "We feel very confident that there are no errors that would justify any kind of successful appeal."